Good morning. Welcome to a regular meeting of a panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority. We're here today for a regular meeting held today, Wednesday, August 9th, 2023 at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette, joined today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Bukowski and Commissioner Michael Karen, along with authority staff. So we'll turn to our regular calendar first before turning to our consent calendar. We'll take up the first item on today's regular calendar, which is a batch of decisions regarding Connecticut Electric Aggregator Certificates of Registration. So we will turn first to Authority Staff Attorney Victoria Church to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Good morning, Chairman Gillette, Vice Chairman Bukowski, and Commissioner Karen. This morning, I am addressing the decision issued in multiple dockets. This decision addresses the applications of Zentility Inc., Yardi Systems Inc., Premier Energy Group LLC, Siemens Industry Inc., Interconnects LLC, Energy CX LLC, Edison Energy LLC, Progressive Energy Consultants LLC, Dynamis Energy LLC, DBA United Energy Services, F&D Partners Inc., Priority Power Management LLC, and New Energy LLC for Connecticut Aggregator Certificates of Registration. They reviewed the applications pursuant to Connecticut General Statute 16-245. And determined that the applicants had satisfied the requirements to serve non-residential markets with the conditions described in the decision. Applicants requested to serve residential markets as well. All requests to serve residential markets are currently denied. No applicants provided sufficient information to assure the authority that residential customers would be properly served at this time. The decision addresses the roles of suppliers, aggregators, and customers in the energy markets, the types and methods of compensation allowable for aggregators, and the contracts which the authority reviewed between suppliers and aggregators and in which the authority found deficiencies. As a result of its review and to facilitate the required transparency with customers, the authority orders that each applicant must provide customers with 3 documents discussed in detail in the decision. In brief, these documents must describe the relationships between supplier, aggregator, and customer, explain the process for receiving rates, describe the commission on the rates, and require customers' signature and acknowledgement following the receipt of the information. The decision further recognizes that in being granted an aggregator certificate, applicants are entering a highly regulated and transparent market. As such, they must ensure that their business complies with all applicable laws, including statutes, regulations, authority decisions, orders, and rulings. The authority sets forth multiple orders applicable to each of the applicants, which include orders to amend contracts, to immediately implement the 3 customer communications, and the creation of maintenance and customer complaints records and future filing requirements for those granted aggregator licenses. Authority staff recommends adoption of these decisions to the panel. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Church. Is there a motion?
I move adoption, Madam Chairman.
And second, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. This batch of decisions has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no questions or comments, I would ask Mr. Bumpin to please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen.
Yes.
Thank you. These decisions have been adopted. We will turn to docket number 220918, the joint application of the town of New Hartford and Aquarion Water Company of Connecticut for approval of the transfer of water and wastewater system assets. And I'll note that the authority is joined by Attorney Lisa Kessler, acting on behalf of the Department of Public Health this morning. So we will ask authority staff attorney Kate Keenan to present the decision for the full panel's consideration, please.
Good morning, Chairman Gillette, Vice Chairman Bukowski, Commissioner Karen, and Department of Public Health Attorney Lisa Kessler. In this decision, the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority and the Department of Public Health, jointly agencies, consent to the town of New Hartford's cessation of operations of its water system. The agencies also find that Aquarion Water Company of Connecticut is suitable to acquire and assume operation of the water system. This finding is based on the agency's consideration of the geographical proximity of the water system to Aquarian, Aquarian's financial, managerial, and technical capacity to acquire the water system, Aquarian's current rates, and any public health concerns identified by the Department of Public Health relating to the water system. Consequently, the authority approves the acquisition of the water system subject to certain conditions and orders. In addition, the authority concurs with Aquarian that PURA approval is not required to complete the transfer of New Hartford's wastewater system to Aquarian. Notwithstanding this, the company's operation of the wastewater system is subject to Title 16. In a future rate proceeding, the authority will examine the prudency of the acquisition of the wastewater system and the various components of the revenue requirement to establish rates in accordance with Section 16-19 of the Connecticut General Statutes. Additionally, if necessary, the authority can exercise its powers under Section 16-11 of the Connecticut General Statutes to address health and safety issues related to the plant or Aquarian's operation thereof. Staff recommend adoption of the decision to the panel. Thank you for your consideration.
Keenan, is there a motion?
I move adoption, Madam Chairman.
And second.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. I'll check with the panel if there are any questions or comments before we take the roll.
Nope.
Seeing none, I would ask Mr. Bumpin to please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Attorney Kessler,
yes,
Thank you. The decision has been jointly adopted. We will turn to our third item on today's regular meeting agenda, docket number 230139, the investigation into the response of the Connecticut Light and Power Company doing business as Eversource Energy to the accident on January 17th, 2023. We'll welcome back Attorney Keenan to present the decision for the panel's consideration, please.
Thank you, Chairman Gillette. The Public Utilities Regulatory Authority investigated the Connecticut Light and Power Company, DBA Eversource Energy's response to a motor vehicle collision with an Eversource utility pole near 602 Greenwoods Road in Norfolk on January 17th, 2023, which resulted in the entrapment of 2 individuals in the motor vehicle. In this decision, the authority finds the company's actions in response to the accident, which was a priority 1 event, were not prudent or protective of public safety. Specifically, Eversource did not assign a response specialist to the accident until 17 minutes after receiving the priority 1 call, despite knowing the location of the accident and that involved entrapment within the first 40 seconds of the call. In addition, when Eversource did assign a response specialist, it did not assign the fastest available response specialist to the accident in violation of the company's own policy regarding priority 1 events. The company's actions delayed its response to the accident, which in turn delayed Norfolk Fire Department's extrication of the individuals entrapped in the motor vehicle and the first responders' administration of aid to and transport of the individuals to a trauma center. The authority also finds Eversource's reporting of the accident was deficient and may have violated applicable statutes and regulations. To address these deficiencies, the authority directs Eversource to reduce its priority 1 call response target from 60 minutes to 30 minutes. In addition, the authority directs the company to review and revise its accident response procedures to ensure compliance with the reporting requirements in Section 16-16 of the Connecticut General Statutes and Section 16-16-1 through 16-16-4 of the regulations of Connecticut state agencies. The authority also orders additional reporting requirements to ensure that PURA is fully informed of all accidents in Eversource's territory. Authority staff recommend adoption of this decision to the panel. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Attorney Keenan. Is there a motion?
I move adoption.
And second.
Thank you. The decision has been regularly moved and seconded. Are there any questions or comments before we take the roll?
I'd just like to compliment our staff for a thorough investigation. This occurred in January of this year. Public safety is always a #1 priority of this agency, and should certainly be the #1 priority of Eversource as well. And I hope we have some lessons learned here moving forward for the protection of the public.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman. Commissioner Kim, anything further?
No, thank you.
Thank you. And I would just echo the Vice Chairman's comments and reiterate, as is explained in full in the final decision, that this is a target that the authority is laying out. And specifically, it's a target for blue sky days, which are days like today, where the sun is shining and there are no weather events ongoing. So as explained in full in the decision, the company will have an opportunity to rebut and follow on accident reports if it was not able to meet the 30-minute target and why. But the authority has found ample evidence to suggest that this is an appropriate action at this time, as described in the final decision. And I want to thank the staff for their full and fair and thorough investigation and recommendations coming out of this event. So with that, I would ask Mr. Bumpin to please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been adopted. With that, we will turn to our consent calendar, on which there are 3 items. Is there a motion with respect to the consent calendar?
Madam Chairman, I would move today's consent calendar items 1, 2, and 3.
I second it.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. Mr. Bumpin, please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been adopted in full. That brings us to the end of today's regular meeting agenda. We will adjourn. We will reconvene next Wednesday, August 16th at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference for our next regular meeting. Thank you and have a great day.